New York State has a new Commissioner of Education, David Steiner. Commissioner Steiner is the state's top education official with broad powers over our local school districts and an important role in making sure that New York provides all children with a quality education. As parents, students, and community members, we must demand strong leadership from our new commissioner. We must make sure he provides the oversight, accountability, and resources that our schools and our children need to succeed. What do you think our new Commissioner of Education should do to help our schools?
Commissioner Steiner, after 13 years of litigation in CFE, we had an agreement to ensure that all of the public school children in New York, particularly those in the lowest performing schools and the neediest students, would get sufficient funding to fund a sound basic education. That money is currently frozen. The first thing you should do is make a continued down payment on the CFE phase-in. The second is to make sure that the contracts for excellence are enforced, to make sure that money gets to where it needs to go. And third, ultimately, let's ensure that there's accountability to show that money does matter.
What I would like to see from David Steiner, the new Commissioner of Education, is the district improvement plan enforced in our community. This will give us accountability of the funds in relationship to the curriculum, where the money is spent, and it will also give us public hearings which would afford the community an opportunity to have their input included.
I think that the position for the commissioner is very important, especially to our minority communities, to help us move our children on our agendas to make the school better, an education for our kids.
Our 1 in 4 English language learning students in high school dropping out, and we want not just for Commissioner Steiner to hire more teachers to reduce class size, but have a greater investment of resources in after-school programs and also in outreach of parents and try to get them involved as well.
I believe our new Commissioner of Education should look at infusing grassroots and parents, organizations into the decision-making process that are going to directly impact our children. I also think that he needs to look at more diverse ways of testing our children and not just go with high-stakes tests that are not culturally responsive and that do not represent all aspects of children.
I think I'd like to see him more involved in his office, more involved in what's happening in the local communities, especially when it pertains to students with very low to no English proficiencies at all, who are expected to meet the ever-rising standards of the education system that we have here.
I am a resident of Central Islip on Long Island, and I'd like to let you know that there is a lot of difference in our schools. For instance, Syosset and Central Islip are two completely different schools. One school has a better curriculum than the other, and I believe that all schools should be the same.
Dear Commissioner, I go to school 39, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and I think that we need more time during our periods so that we can understand our work better.
Mi nombre es Mónica y yo espero que el nuevo comisionado les dé más apoyo a los estudiantes que están aprendiendo inglés y que tenga más maestros y consejeros más capacitados para darles el apoyo que necesitan, sobre todo con el nuevo estándar de dirigentes, para que ellos puedan sentir el apoyo de sus maestros y puedan ser exitosos.